And we're back, baby. Oh, of course. Um, for some reason the shield doesn't start when I do this. Okay, so now I have to call my mom. Cause she wanted to call like three times a day. It's a lot, but hey. Whatever she wants, she gets, cause she's the best. My way or the highway. There you go. Okay, good. My way or the highway. This so much come on, don't shout. Don't blink, is je blank. Welcome to our show. We're doing walk. They're having a wonderful day on this 6th July 2005. Today is our part number 2 of the rent. Now, what we did made ourselves a little sandwich. I was waiting for the thunder. I was waiting for a while. Now, it seems like the weather reporter fucked up once again. So I officially, in this video, offer my candidature, or I offer my CV as a weather reporter. I'm sorry, you done fucked it up. We are eating a sandwich. You guys remember? At the beginning of the video, I was talking about how I ate those chips that was too spicy. Well, we made ourselves a little bit of a recipe with some chips, some mayo, some cheese, and a piece of bread. It's weird because I just cut my hair, so maybe there was an air in there. I should wear a hairnet when I'm cooking, but I wasn't cooking. I was just making straight up art. So, the good thing to do, I'm doing a part 2. I guess you should watch the part 1. Okay? I didn't do it. So in my mind, oh, by the way, the storm is actually pretty freaking nice. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. That's moist. So I was saying, The girl, she blocked me on both Twitch and on both TikTok and Instagram. Now, um, why is this a part two of what we used to do, of what we did? Well, because I have been blocked before by people, and I'm not supporting. They think I'm not doing something else, you know. For example, with her, she answered, "Well, I'm going to your TikTok live, and I never asked people to come in. I shared a live for the first time. For the first time, I shared a live on the 24th June 2025. Wanna know why? Because it was Quebec. It was a French heritage. I was afraid that people were gonna come in and they were gonna be a bit drunk. So I'm gonna have other people come in. I need a mod. I sent it to my mods. You know. So there it is. This is the only time that I really. And then even then, you know what's insane? I sent it to my French mod because it was gonna be French holiday. Like for example, I sent it to Jordan because Jordan's one of she's a really close friend. Fucking love that girl, and she's also French Canadian. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're doing for Saint Jean, but chill with me. And it was the only time that I shared it with her. We shared it with Ash because Ash is also that comes in often. She's not French Canadian. So the reason why we're doing this part two is not to complain that she blocked me. It's to say, well, this one's a close friend. She was not a close friend because we started at people that talked twice in a row. She would vent to me, which I'm not good with feelings, but I'm like, okay, well, she feels alone, right? And even though her lives were kind of boring because she's shy, or one of those people that's a good listener. The people that are good listeners, sorry for this noise. People that are good listeners are going to be great talkers, but you have to start a conversation, right? So I had to come up with a subject, I had to come up with something for her, and you know, or other things. For example, things that are making me kind of upset. See, like I told you, we have scabs here, right? And the flies that come on the scab, and look, they're gonna eat the. Look at this, perfect. You see? They go on the scab to eat it. Because it eats dead skin. It eats dead skin, so there you go. Am I pissed that she blocked me? No. Because the person that we were friends with wasn't the same person. And this person in particular, and this is why we're making this video. We're more calm, we're more in tune with our feelings. What do we mean by our feelings? When I made the first video, I was depressed. And I was like, yo, I need to get in my space. So the first video we did it in winter. In the winter, I was coming off a depression of October. And this depression was, in all honesty, a burnout, right? So we faced off with a huge problem. One time when you be depressed, you're gonna be wanting to be alone. You're gonna be wanting to be on your own and just doing your thing, and not necessarily be so super social, right? Social boundaries is a hard thing to maintain when you're depressed. You have mood swings. It's funny because this is a true story too. They took I don't know the name of the channel. They took a graph, right, and they did the brain activity. And they did the brain activity, and they did for people with anxiety, with people with depression. And you can actually tell, physically speaking, how it affects the brain, which is crazy. My apologies. Spicy. So to me, it was kind of insane because holy shit, you know. But at the same time, one of the things that we saw the most, and that was also super interesting, was because I was not able to manage my emotion. Little thing bothered me a lot. For example, back then I was dating a girl, right? And she was like, hey, if you wanna, she would do lives with people. So if I want to talk to her, she would go live, and I would go talk to her, and we would talk through there, right? I think like we were dating, and then maybe I was spending 20 minutes, 30 minutes, right? And after that, I'm going to do my shit. But she understood I was busy, she appreciated the effort, right? And then with the person of today, I was talking to her, because she was on TikTok, and she did a video like she was sad. I reached out to her, and I'm like, hey, are you doing okay? And she's like, I'm gonna go on live if you want to talk. And at first I'm like, okay, but I want to talk to you, like, I'm worried about you, and I don't want to. First of all, we're talking right now. Second of all, I want to talk about things that are private. Maybe you don't want to talk about you're on live. So now, I'm gonna have to talk to you now, to go to your life, and hope that after your life we can talk about your problem. I want to help out, you know, it's a lot of work. I'm like, okay, fuck that. So we went in, and it was a good time. The life was okay, the life was good. Because we were a couple in the life, we were just joking. We're making fun of, well, not making fun of her, but teasing her. Because when I love somebody, I tease them a lot, you know? When I know that I like you because I tease you. I don't know, it's just something that I do. It's my way, kindergarten way of showing love. She blocked me. Now, technically speaking, we had problems a lot. Like, for example, one of my first social media friends, like a real friend, did the same thing. He was obsessed with making content. Because he was obsessed with making content, we started as very close, and then it was about making content. Now, the craziest thing is, sometimes maturity is not evolving. Maturity is understanding. So, for example, with the guy that was constantly promoting shit, what I didn't know was his girlfriend was pregnant. His girlfriend was pregnant. Well, not his girlfriend, but his wife. I should say. Oh no, they're gonna ask me to update the software every single time. Oh no. Oh no. You know, it's fuck. Oh no. They're gonna ask you non-stop to update the software. They'll give you like a notification. Oh shit. Why don't I do it? Because I'm filming. Because now we have to wait for an hour. That way we don't have to post it on TikTok the hour. So, and then we filmed something. Because when we were in a spot where I was gonna go work, and I was like, okay, well, I can no longer subside myself. I can no longer survive on my saving. I need to find a job, and then content creation isn't a thing. I'm like, shit. Okay, this is the time. So before that, I knew it was coming. So I was like, okay, well, let's push the content, let's push the content, let's push the content, let's push the content, and I failed. You know? Which is why we did the video of running around in a circle and meaningless and purposeful, you know? It was tough. So I did that, right? Like he did. For the girl that kept telling me, hey, you wanna go talk to me? Go talk to me on your live. There's a video of me saying that on the channel. I deleted it, you can still see it. I don't remember the name of, but yeah, there's a video of me talking about the same thing. I'm busy, I'm going live a lot. Talk to me, please join the live. Please join the live, because I get to talk to you guys and I get to be close to you guys, but I'm also getting to do my passion, which is working. She did the same thing. So in both cases, I'm not mad because I did the same thing. I'm not mad because I'm understanding the person where they come from. I'm not mad because I understand that that behavior isn't a flaw per se. It's something that we do as a society, right? We do as a society. Lately, I see a lot of people do shorts of follow me, follow me, follow me. And the same thing, we did the same because my friend, Corn Dog, said, hey, you're shadow banned. And I'm like, no way. I don't believe in it, right? Then the video. And the cool thing with those videos is you can actually see. Oh, 35, Bibo. You can actually see how this short has managed. So people, they had like 100,000 views, 200,000 views, and after one day we have 199, and it stopped at 199. So then it's a problem, you know. It's a problem because my videos aren't being pushed. But again, they don't need to be pushed as long as you guys enjoy it. Today I did a 45 minutes live. People came in and was like, holy shit, you cut your hair, I can't believe you cut your hair, blah blah blah. It was really nice, you know. It was really nice, and it made me feel good. And it didn't matter if 100 people tell me, ah, you look good. It mattered that a couple people told me that I look good because I care about them, because they're close, because they're my family, you know. By the way, the reason why we're not gonna post this today, you guys might wonder, is because my mom, she doesn't know I cut my hair, and she'll be happy about it. So I'm gonna keep it a surprise. But she's also watching the channel, so I'm like, ugh, can't do much. Just gonna get something to cool down the phone. That is pretty much it. You know? And at the same time, my whole thing with a group of streamer doing a follow for follow, likes for like, comments for comments, is I was possibly in a bad one. If I was in a bad one, my whole experience of it is kind of sour, you know? Then one of my most popular friends, which is for Sir Winslout, you know, he's struggling too, and he's so much more popular than me. He's so much more, he has so much more accomplished than me. He has a channel with 2,800 something. But he worked so hard for it, and I'm like, I'm proud of him, but even him, he's struggling, so I'm like, holy shit, you know? And then it's a reassuring thing because everybody's struggling, you know? Everybody's struggling. And then yesterday I told you what we did. Where we were, and this is the positive thing, right? We were doing, and like for example, it's so nice, like the way, and the channel, the way it grows is amazing because Anna, who is very supportive, and she watches videos, goes live. Her boyfriend now will now watch me, and the two of them, they sit down and watch me together. I don't know why, I think it's pretty fucking cute, you know? You know? It's kind of cute. And I never thought about that. I never thought, oh, people are going to be watching me in family, but then it makes sense, you know? It could happen. So positively speaking, the fact that my boy is struggling even a little bit, it's a feeling of we're all struggling, and there's sort of this brings us together. Yesterday I told you guys that my phone didn't upload, this one, because it closed with updates, which is going to be happening to this phone too if we don't fix it. So I was watching lives, TikTok live, right? And I saw a guy, and he was young. He was possibly 14, 15. It's hard to say because he didn't have his picture. He had a background, and he was fighting with my friend, or he was battling with my friend, not fighting, battling. They were going against each other, right? And I saw the kid, and he was so freaking talented. He had energy, the way he was doing it, the way he was talking about it. It was really, 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 really impressive. I'm like, holy shit, this kid's talented, you know? Then I see myself, I'm like, am I talented? Right? And I'm seeing this kid, how talented he is. And I'm seeing the cost. So he had a battle with my friends. And it's a funny thing because this guy was French. My friend goes in and he does some random battles, right? Randoms. And he's only English. So he speaks French. And the guy literally asked his follower to share to people with a galaxy. People that he know had money, he had coins. See that? So you like, dude, that's fucked up. You're asking that. And the kid is like 14, 15 years old. So is there some lack of maturity there? Possibly. It's a mentality that is made by, you know, by social media. The fact that we have a smaller channel is something, but the fact that we are not necessarily corrupted by the system or corrupted by a system that is flawed. That's actually amazing because if you're corrupted by a system that is flawed, you're flawed yourself. Right? We're coming back to what we're talking about. Coming back to the subject at hand. Because I tend to side tangent a lot. And it's just like it's such a weird thing. One thing I hate the most, that pisses me off the most, is robots. In my feelings. I watch a really short montage of Sunday dinner. It was nice. Then you show Angelina getting picked up. It was nice. And to me, It's actually fucking good. So, I think it was so spicy. Mayonnaise, cheese. But they're all things that's gonna be lowering the heat of it as much. Mm-hmm. The color doesn't inspire confidence. Social media, people are so aggressive. People are going to be watching their screen, and I got a couple of people in mind that does it, but it's not the end of the world. They're not interesting people. Well, it's complex. We're interesting people in bad situation. Like for example, there's an older dude and a young girl. Well, she's not that young. She's my age. She's old as shit. And the guy does constant battle. So then when you watch the people coming in, for example, when they're not coming, like, okay, well, guess what? Hi, how are you? I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even watch the stream. I feel bad because I was uploading. And TikTok has this system that when you upload, people don't upload 100 videos, they upload one video. So you upload and you go right back to FYP. So I'm coming in the live and I'm coming out, and I'm coming in and I'm coming out, and I'm coming in and I'm coming out. And the guy's like, hey. He said 4 times in a row, hi, how are you? I'm like, dude. Again, it's mentality. Now, why am I sympathizing towards him? Because he does battle, but he doesn't have a good fan. He doesn't have a big fan base. And again, his whole fan base are content creator that say, hey, if you come to my battles, I'll come to yours. You understand? That's organic. And then there's a girl, and the girl, it's not her fault. She's live. She's live. A good 4 or 5 hours per day. It's boring. Not a lot of people can talk for 4 or 5 hours. I can't. No, I can't. See, people are always saying, yo, why aren't your lives longer? Well, there's 3 reasons. The first reason is my life when I'm working out, maybe like an hour and a half, which is pretty good already. First of all. Second of all, the live in itself is a bit of a mess because I have to talk about 45 minutes, and then people come in and people come out, and then you have to wait for people to come in to talk to them. So it's complex. And then 45 minutes because I can do socially, I have social batteries of an hour and a half per day, 2 hours, so I can do that, no problem. I have people to talk about, there's things to talk about, so it's actually pretty good. And I'm getting more of really something. Regulars, yeah. I'm getting more of regulars, which is great. You know? Like the girl, I understand where she comes from. So what she does is she'll be like, hey, how are you? She'll say your name. I'm like, dude, I just came in, I didn't even talk to you. So it feels super aggressive, and I hate that. But then it's the mentality, you know? You have to follow the mentality, you have to follow the urge. Imagine me and you and me, so happy together in family, and you for me, so happy together. A little bit of imagination. To imagine, right? That the whole part of imagine yourself being a shepherd and following your own way when you're a sheep and you're just not following the herd. And then if you don't follow her, then the wolf are gonna eat you. You know, we're the wolf. The wolf are people that are more willing than you than make content. See, making content for me always been about having hard work. Well, it used to be. It still is. Making content has always been about hard work. First of all. Second of all, it's always been about putting effort and being nice. The people that are nice or pretty will get a better, easier time than other people, right? So then, it's tough. It's tough. How can you say that? It's tough because it should the way it should be. It was a very good way because people that are nice deserve to be. Kindness pays kindness, repays kindness, and if you're talented, then even more. Talent is paid by kindness. Or if you're popular, then there's a way there's a reason why you're popular. But now it's just who's willing to do more. For example, somebody is willing to do some drama, to fake some drama to get into views, right? Thumbnails are becoming AI, where you're literally changing the thumbnail for something. Title or clickbait, But then that's the nature of the beast. We're just all trying to make it, It's a bit harder. But then to finish with that, it's funny because a lot of the things that I'm saying, oh, you shouldn't do it. I do myself, Like for example, the girl, she possibly really wanted that. She possibly really that. She was pissed off because she blocked me on Instagram. She blocked me on TikTok. Died. I spawn, I die. I spawn, I die. But she blocked me everywhere. Now I'll say it again. We weren't really friends yet. She would only talk to me if she needed something. I had this really good friend. We've been friends for 9, 10 years possibly. And when she has a boyfriend, she doesn't talk to other people, which is admirable, I guess, which is cute, I guess, but it's just like, okay, well, kind of shitty if you're your friend, right? And then lately she texted me, and the first thing that she texted me, she said, oh, she needs something. I'm like, dude, you haven't texted me in so long, and now you text me because you need something. Kind of shitty behavior. But then, at the same time, did I allow this behavior? Did she felt comfortable doing this? So did I allow it before? Did I not complain before? Like, so that's the previous video for the people, right? I could have said nothing. I could have said nothing and just ignore it. Just ignore it. The first time we did the video was because people were talking to me, and I was like, dude, I don't know you. I'm sorry, but I don't know you. I know it was rude, but that was at the same time it was the truth. I didn't know the person, and they wanted to talk and talk and talk and talk. And I was like, I get being lonely, but if your answer to loneliness is stranger, possibly not the best answer. You do what you want, of course, but possibly not the best answer. So, before I go, was there something I could have done to make your heart feel better? Stormy weather. It just felt the whole thing felt a bit odd. But then maybe this is the way that other people do it, I don't know. And then I was getting mad because somebody came in my life and they were talking to me, and then she was like, and she showed me a post and said, hey, if you want to like it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then the same night she sent me another post. I was like, oh, you sent me 2 posts. Then the third day she sent me a video, and I asked her the question, why? Because she just sent me posts. She didn't send me like a like or comment. She sent me posts. And then she said, well, I like your post, so you should like mine. I was like, fuck you. But then for her it was normal. And I kind of regret the way I reacted, because intent is for a lot. Maybe what she did for her wasn't bad. Maybe what I did was bad. No, scratch that. The way I answered to her, the way I treated her after that. I made a video about it. I was definitely wrong. There's a chance, a small chance, that it was normal for her. You know this kid in your class and your friend group that they don't want to share, right? And then you ask yourself, why can't you share, right? Well, because this kid is not siblings, and you have siblings, right? For example, what did I do that? It was okay. It wasn't bothering anybody. We're just being alive. The number of flies on my legs is crazy. All because of the wounds, you know. And then yesterday we didn't have flies on our head, so that means that there's possibly dead skin. You know? And the skin has a problem. That is a problem. The person possibly didn't know they were doing something wrong. The problem is, and I'm gonna say something that people are gonna hate, but I don't care. You know when there's a dude who likes lie to you and you just want to get into your panties, and then he gets caught and his answer is, "Well, don't blame the game, don't blame the player, blame the game." No, dude, this is the same thing though. This is the same thing. It's the nature of the beast. And the craziest thing is, I never asked myself the question of how do people do it? How do people do it? Are they asking for a liking share? Are they asking you to come to their life? Are they... I don't know. I just don't know. You know? It's annoying. It's annoying. It's a big problem. Not only for me, but for a lot of people. Because this is your whole thing. This is your whole demeanor. This is your whole agenda. You know? The worst thing is, like, for example, OnlyFans. I'm on Reddit a lot because I'm kinky. Newsflash. And there's a bunch of kinky people on Reddit. And then there's a lot of people promoting their OnlyFans. Usually when somebody promotes their OnlyFans on Instagram, I block them. Not because I don't respect it, because I don't need you to tell me that your OnlyFans is the best. I don't need to tell you that. I don't need you to tell me that your OnlyFans is free. I don't need to tell me for you to tell me that, oh, I'm on special. I don't need to tell you that I fucked this girl last week and you should check it out. It's a bit weird. But then it became to how far you're willing to go. And then I was watching the show, and it was with Mordecai. I was watching XQC, and it was talking with Mordecai. He was like, "How are you so successful on OnlyFans?" And she said it was about how far she wanted to go. She's talking about a girl that's one of the most popular, and the only thing that she does is fuck giant dildo. And she's quite small. She's a small girl. So because she's small, it looks like it's humongous. And people watch that. That's how she got a career. You know, no one might judge, oh, this is weird, oh, this is different. Fuck that. I think what I'm trying to say is, if I found the road to success, would I do it? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna have a video. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. So before you go, was there something I could have done to make your heart feel better? For me, where to go? Don't blink, it's your buying. Welcome to the show, because I'm doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day. I'm gonna be sitting, you're gonna see me itching a lot and running in a weird fashion. We just ate some super spicy chips, which were Rojo, a little, no, hot one, Pringles, Ecolab. It was Rojo, and we just went to the bathroom, so as you can see, we're in pain. We're in pain. They were bringing a video, which is kind of a cool, really cool concept. Again, this is not planned, so all I'm saying is non-filtered, non-planned, and non-written. It's kind of cool. It is the unimportance of making content. So I did a dozen of video of making content, and now it's my passion. Is it still my passion? Yes. It is still my dream? Absolutely. But I'm realizing just how different life is, you know? And it's a weird thing, because we talk about maturity, and this is a huge step in maturity. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, out of the 4 last years, content has been the main driving force. It has always been me. When it was Twitch, when it was streaming, it was about, I can't wait to go home to stream. Or I'm gonna do a couple of clips. When it was YouTube, okay, I'm gonna post. When it was TikTok, okay, well, we'll go live. We used to go live twice a day, you know? And the first time that I really see the difference, so the difference is, when we started to work, which is what we're working right now, right? And I was like, okay, well, guess what? It completely changed my perception. For example, like, hey, today, priority is working. You have to pay the bills, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this content, right? And then we started having day off because, again, we did so much. One of those weird jobs that the more you do, the less there's to do. It's not constant. So, for example, if you do a lot the first day, you're not gonna get a lot of work for the next day. So they'll cut your hours. And if you don't work hard enough, they'll fire you. So you're kind of forced into finding a good balance between I'm working hard and fast, but I'm keeping some for tomorrow, right? So a lot of double check and say, hey, I'm not sure about my count. Because we're doing inventory. But said, did you already count that? I'm not sure about my count. I want to make sure because the quality and my work is important. It's like, okay, no problem. That's how you do it. This is how you trick your boss into thinking that you're working hard. The same thing twice, and you say, yeah, I care about the quality. Those are for you guys. But then, I don't think it's a secret if I tell you that there's been days, there's been weeks where I haven't slept a lot. And I was like, you know what? Content takes over. Content is the main factor as to we're going to do this well, we're not going to do this. And yeah, it was absolutely the main part of it. I was like, oof, okay. What am I supposed to do, you know? Oh, the phone is too hot. The phone is too hot. No shit, brah. No shit, brah. So, before I go, was there something I could have done? So then, when it was time to go to sleep, and I'm like, yo, dude, you have to go to sleep because you're working tomorrow. Even at my old job, I was like, guess what? I can do more. But now I feel like, okay, well, this is a job, and I'm lucky to have this job. I haven't worked in a while, and it's not a secure job, so I have to really give my all, otherwise I'm gonna get fired. I guess my last job felt a bit more secure, felt a bit more stable, felt like a second home. This one feels like we just moved here, and we're not the only one that we got roommates. They can't kick us off, you know? They can kick us off. So it's tough. It's not really tough. I'm not complaining, but I'm complaining, kind of thing. Yeah, of course, it's tougher. It's a lot tougher. But at the same time, it's It's more of a dream come true, you know? Dream come true was balance. The dream come true was absolutely balance. I wanted to be able to do X, Y, Z and do them probably each, not thinking about Y when I'm doing X and not wanting to finish W when I'm doing X, you know? I want to be I want to be able to do things in life. For example, we always hear the sentence like, oh, when you laugh, you laugh. When it's time to laugh, you laugh. When it's time to work, you work. When it's time to relax, you relax. I'm never able to do that because of my ADHD and my multitasking ways. So yes, it's a bit more complex, a bit more complicated, and it sucks. I would like to be able to do that, but the way of priorities, it's a good way. You want to see if something you care about something a lot. Ask yourself what is more important. And the longer the list of more important stuff is, the less you care about it. Because if you're doing something that you like, it should be first, right? Now there's the exception, like family come first. Your wife come first. If you have not legal, marital problem, fix them. You know, it's not kind of important. It is important. You should always take care of shit. You should always make sure that what you're doing it well. You should always make sure that, okay, well, guess what? I'm doing this, fuck that. Simply because there's shit to do. You know, simply because there's shit to do. And at the same time, simply because there's shit to do doesn't mean you have to do them. I know how crazy this sounds, but simply because there's shit to do doesn't mean that you have to do them. You can be in a position where they say, oh, you have to do X, Y, Z. Like, you know what? I didn't have the time. I did X and I did Z. Thank you so much. You know? The priorities with work, I was like, okay, well, guess what? Priorities work. Why? Because I don't know if I'm going to keep the job. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep the job. It's not a question of me quitting. It's a question of there's so many people that are looking for work right now. It's a jungle. You have this piece of meat called a job that everybody wants, and they'll kill you for it. You know? We're watching Squid Game. So this is why we're talking like that, but still. It's very, very different. It's very different. You know, so priorities, but at the same time, because we're less obsessed with work, with making content, like the ideas are flowing better. Like, for example, right, I'll have a day and I won't have a plan. I say, you know what, today you're making this video, you're making this video, and the rest of the time you'll just do a recap, right? It's been working really nicely. They're working really, really, really nicely. Now, I am a bit more procrastinating, but then it's like because I'm tired from work, you know? And then because I don't think I'm getting enough social from work, so I'm looking for a dose of social. It's like we're doing meth, but we're taking methadone, which is the addictive part, but not the drug part. Well, it is a drug part, but not the getting high part. It is the addictive part. And with the priorities, it's just been a better lifestyle, you know? I'm sleeping better. I'm thinking better. I'm enjoying life a bit better, you know? When we had the party, I realized how much I've missed, socially speaking, you know? Girlfriend is a real fear, because I'm not saying this as a fucking asshole, but if you find a person my age that's single, there's a problem with him or with her, you know? Oh, there's a lot of problem with me. There's a lot of problem, but the good girlfriend, the good boyfriend, they're gone. They're gone. They were gone from the first shot. The second people stop fucking around and wanting one night stand, they're freaking that they're looking for something that's potentially important. They'll go for the person, right? It's nuts. I just did a video about a little rent. I had somebody block me today because she's always sending me the live, and she's sending me the live multiple time a day. And I told this person, listen, it's too much. Stop sending it to me. And he got mad. He blocked me. The priority is making content. My priority was making content, you know. I understand how they feel. I don't know if I would block the person, but I understand how they feel. I understand how sickening it is and how mad you can get. And my parents told me, hey, you're not going to be able to make content. They were trying to protect me. They also understood that There was more to life than just making that, right? And then I often talk about, oh, I'm doubtful, oh, I'm not sure, I'm not sure, I'm not sure. It's a good thing because you care and you ask yourself a question. But now, oh my God, look at this. This is beautiful. The wave, holy, a really nice day today. A really nice day. So there's always this there's always this question of what's my priority? What is the important part for me? And we're more doubtful. And I don't think doubting is a bad thing. I was afraid of doubting 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But now I don't think it's bad. Like, for the job that I have right now, do I see myself doing it for 12 years, 15 years, 16 years, 17 years? No. Do I see myself doing a couple of years there? Absolutely. Absolutely. I would be happy to do that. You know? And then when you think like that, you think that, okay, well, there's a sacrifice that I need to make. When I keep that job, I need to make sacrifices. You know? And these are all things that your friends understood. Like, for example, you ask them, hey, you wanna go for a beer? Say, I can't, I'm working tomorrow. You call them a pussy because, oh, dude, one beer's not gonna change shit. No, dude, they understood something that you didn't. They understood that the more important part was work. To pay for my fucking rent. You know? So lesson. And then you realize that the priority shouldn't be content. You shouldn't be working too. It's about life and how much fun you can have and how much you can enjoy life. Yeah? It's when you enjoy life. Like I know people that are spending days doing something that they think that they want to do and they don't do it. You know? I know people that want to try and make content and they're not starting because they're afraid of the reception they're gonna get, you know? Like, that's precious time, bro. That's precious time. That's really precious time. You heard from so many people, life is short. Meaning like, oh, you full of shit. It's not that short. Then you realize what they meant. They meant that it's short when you want to do something. It's short when you want to take care of business. It's short when. It's short when you're busy, right? It's short when you realize how much time you've lost. This is kind of the where. It's a bit harder. So what could you say we lost time? Go. Dominique Chiwang, welcome to work. No, whoa. Lovely Kissy Boy, and welcome to the Commentary Show. This has been Walks. I had a wonderful day on the 6th July 2025. This is part 2 of Finding Balance. And I wish I could tell you that I was tired now. The battery is overheating. So I wanted to overeat because I'm going to go sleep a little bit. But I am tired. But talk about wasting time. And then you realize that what I do waste time. Well, watching the same movie, watching the same series, playing the same games, you know? Talking to people that didn't care about me, talking to people like wanting to be more than friends with a girl that never had any idea of you dating, of the two of you dating. Wasting people with time that won't use time of day. Wasting time with people that are only using you, you know? It's bad. Whoa, that's the first time it happens. That is the first time it happens. No way. That is so odd. So was there something you could have done to make your heart feel better? Told me where to go. Holy shit. My phone's full. What for them to happen? Hey, must be money. Wanna go with a proud goes so high. Hey, must be the money. There you go. Oh, you're closing, you're too full. Holy shit. My 1000 gig SD card is full. Okay, we uploaded a lot already, so it's not a big deal. Like, oh, holy shit, my tablet, which is 1000 gig, I stopped recording because the storage is full. And of course, this other phone is too hot. So yeah, so this is multitasking, right? But the time you waste, and then for the movie and for the video games, if I was making content, I wouldn't think it was wasting time. I wouldn't think it was, oh, I'm doing something wrong. No, there was a purpose for what I'm doing. There's a purpose for what I'm doing right now. Right? It's just, I don't know. I feel like how precious time is. The busier you are, the more you miss time. And the less busy you are, the more it doesn't change. Your perception of time change. Your perception of what's important change. You know? Talking about content, making content. Do I still want to do content? Absolutely. Is it my main priority right now? Oh, you know, I don't know. It's a kind of scary things, right? It's kind of a scary thing. It's a super scary thing, actually. But at the same time, it isn't that scary. Because there's a secret behind it. The secret behind it is we were looking for balance. We were looking for a healthy way to make content. Being obsessed with content isn't a good thing. We were thinking that, you know what, my biggest mistake that I did with content was I made a plan A when it was a plan B, right? Well, having a job forces you to have a plan B, right? And if it's a plan B, maybe this is the attitude we should have had since day one, right? It's so important, and it's so important. Because this time will never come back. You can make money. This is so dumb. I talked about this in a previous video. You can make money. My father used to give me allowance. I was saving it because I was like, well, we're broke, so money is hard to come by. And then I realized that I saved for 5 years, had an amount. We worked for 3 months, 2 or 3 months, and we had the same amount of money. And I was like, holy shit, those last 5 years not spending were complete waste. There's time we had an allowance for cafeteria food. I would have to eat at the cafeteria. You know, I should have ate there. We just didn't. Time is precious. And then your priorities become a conflict. I was doing a video yesterday about the tower. I don't know if I was playing it, if I'm not doing anything. Well, my priority with making content is doing 5 videos instead of 4, or instead of 1, right? Technically speaking, I could do 2. I could do this one and could do nature corn. My priorities have changed. Now I'm doing 5 videos. But you see, this phone, this tablet is full. This one constantly overheats. This one overeats. So yeah, it's problematic. So priority is what? Priority is maintaining as much quality as possible. But then by doing this, we're kind of forced. We're kind of forced into. Absolutely. We're kind of forced into making less video or making smaller video, and that's a tough thing. There's so much you want to say, right? And with priorities, this is completely different. Because with speech, for example, how much things that I say that are not super important, right? But then you talk, you want to talk, you got shit to say, which is a good thing. It should be a good thing, and it's always been a good thing. So yeah. So then you waste your breath with your saliva. You know, you gotta see old school. You gotta see old school musician, and the other vocal cord changed, and the way they're sounding is very different. Because the vocal cord are a muscle, and this muscle has been trained, so it's perception change. You know, kind of nuts. That is kind of nuts. They used to do it in churches. They used to castrate people, so they wouldn't go through puberty. If they wouldn't go through puberty, they would keep the voice of a young man, and it's supposed to be closer to an angel. You know, the vocal cord are a muscle. The brain is a muscle. Think about waste, right? How much shit did you learn is completely useless. But at the same time, you chose to learn something. There's a reason for that. You had some interests. I did some switches for girls. I did some switch shit. But then sometimes it's too strong. I remember this winter watching a song from Star Wars, and musical. So they did this. They took the last battle scene of the 3rd movie and made a musical out of it, which is AI, but it's really good. And because of that, I watched the 3 movies. It took me 6 hours. For that, I was 2 minutes long. You know. And then you're just talking about AI. AI is gonna do a lot for us. AI is gonna do a lot of things that we have to do. Robots are gonna do a lot of things that we're supposed to do. And with that, we're gonna have more freedom of time. Can we do something good with the time? You're just gonna be wasting it? I don't fucking know. You know? Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Look at this. Buddy's dead. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Okay, good. Good.